Good evening. I can't exactly say I was expecting any visitors, but someone left the door open. That would be you, Jenkins! I did not leave the door open, you did. Well, since MadeULook Halloween has officially started, I guess I better show you some What is going on? Jenkins, I did not leave a time machine on you, then! Jenkins, this is what you did! If I were you, I would make sure you are subscribed to my channel. You never know what kind of monsters are lurking in the past. Start off by mixing together Graftobian Pro Paint in white and black to make a gray shade. Of course, everything in this tutorial is going to be gray. Apply to your face, neck, and chest using the MadeULook foundation brush. Sounds a little weird, but don't forget to go inside your nose as well, because it can actually kill the whole look. For all the contouring, I'm using the MadeULook blush brush, and then I'm also using Graftobian Pro Paint in white and black, and just mixing together either more black or more white to make a darker or lighter gray. Of course, it's always best to use a reference picture so you guys can actually see shading depending on where the light source is coming from. My shading is going to be heaviest underneath my cheekbones, and then I'm also keeping it a little bit heavier on one side as if the light is coming from the right. I'm also shading around the sides of my nose and the inner corners of my eyes, almost as if you're contouring normally. While you will get a shadow from your face with different lighting, it actually makes it a little bit easier to create the illusion by drawing that shadow on permanently. Not like, you know, forever, but like for the look. Bring the shading down on your collarbone, a little bit on your neck, and then also outline your body very lightly in this gray. If you see any spots that you feel like you made too dark, you can just go straight in with Graftobian Pro Paint in white with very little water and just go over the dark spots. And then adding a little bit more black to my gray mixture, very little black adding, just to darken up some of the areas such as the sides of my face and a little bit on my nose. Also, don't forget to shade your ears and a little bit underneath your nose. For our eyeshadow, apply Decay Primer Potion. I'm then using the MadeULook blending brush and BH Cosmetics white eyeshadow and applying it to the inner corners of my eyes, as well as a diagonal line going from the inner corners of my eyes to the arch of my eyebrow. I'm then taking a medium gray eyeshadow from Mehron and blending that in my crease as well as on my eyelid itself. Also dab this same gray underneath your eyes. You can then go back in with the MadeULook small eyeshadow brush and give it a little bit more of a defined edge if you wish. Look crazy for a minute and line your tight line, as well as taking an angled brush and just smudging it out underneath your waterline. To prevent leaving fingerprints in your face, you can use a paper towel to put between your fingers and your face, and line your eyes using liquid eyeliner. Also use this liquid eyeliner to draw on your diagonal eyebrows. Once you have your brows on, you can then go in with black eyeshadow in the corner of your eyes and darken those up a bit. Using the same gray eyeshadow, I'm then using the MadeULook blending brush and just defining my contouring around the sides of my nose as well as the tip of my nose. Using Graftobian Pro Paint in black and the MadeULook lip brush, I'm then filling in my lips. You can use black lipstick, but I just had the paint handy. And then just very lightly defining the ridges around my mouth as well as giving myself a little dimple on my chin. As we talked about the light source earlier, use a foundation brush and Graftobian Pro Paint in white to add a little bit of highlights to the sides of your face and your neck. This is the illusion of light shining on your face, such as from like a window. I'm then doing some Rick Baker inspired placement of the stitches. It may take a couple coats of the Graftobian Pro Paint in black to apply them over the gray color because it's kind of mixing on your face a little bit. Using the MadeULook angled brush and BH Cosmetics gray eyeshadow, I'm then going along the stitches. Be sure to leave a little bit of space between the stitches and the shading. To highlight these stitches, I'm then going in with Graftobian Pro Paint in white and a fine artist brush from the craft store. And I'm just highlighting variously along the stitches, not doing it on both sides every time. If you'd like to give your stitches themselves a little bit of highlights, you can always go in with a lighter gray body paint. To add some bolts to this character, I'm using the angled brush and Mehron Paradise paint in silver. You can shade around them using the small eyeshadow brush in gray and black eyeshadow. If you'd like to add more stitches to your body or the stitches on your neck, just repeat the process from the face.